Hey friends, Shane Parent here with Remax River City's Platinum team. And as always, I'm joined by the beautiful and rock star agent, Allison McDougall. Today, we're going to chat real quick about what's been going on in the market I guess we're looking at May's results and how things are trending. So I think you're going to start and let me and the people know about what's going on with single family for May.
Awesome. Okay. So it's busy out there. It's very busy out there. Now the stats aren't really going to reflect that, but I'll tell you a little story about what they are telling us. So price point is down year over year, just over 3%. And that means there's an average price point of about 427 for single family, okay, in Edmonton.
Okay.
Sales are down as well, which is to be expected, of course, with what we're dealing with. The sale numbers are down around 40% from last year. Now that is significant, but the good news is we are seeing since last month, which would be, I guess, April, sales are up 25%. So I think with the relaunch that's been occurring, stages have been moving along a little quicker. People are feeling more comfortable. And, I've seen in probably the last 4 weeks, things have really gotten a lot busier. And it's like all that pent up energy and excitement and the need to move was, only stifled for so long with the measures that were put in place. Mm-hmm. And now people are just out doing what they need to do in some cases, or even if it's not a necessity, I'm finding that people are quite comfortable, especially with the measures we've put in place, and they are out buying actively. So yeah, I think the market's a little more robust than the numbers are telling us.
Great. Okay.
And then one other little bit is average days on market is up from last year. So 59 days on market still. And what we're seeing on the ground is it really depends on what you're looking for and what area you're looking for. I've got a client right now. We've been looking in Southeast Edmonton, which is very popular, like Capilano, Fulton, Otwell, Holyrood, things like that. And if a good one comes on and it's priced right, there's either multiple offers or it's gone within 24, 48 hours. So
cool. So you're seeing multiple offers though, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Cool. That's great.
I've seen quite a few lately.
Okay. And is that what you want to share about single family then?
Yeah, that's
cool.
My
all right, cool. Awesome. Yeah, no, I think that's good to see. And so, I mean, there's still product that's sitting around, right? If it's not showing well, or it's we're finding that a lot of tenanted properties don't have ease of access, or we're still not able to show in person, and so that's hurting that product. So I think still vacant and cooperative sellers, they're making it happen, right?
Yes, and you are right. Like, there is still a lot of inventory out there that is stale and sitting, and if it's not priced appropriately for what else it's compared to out in the market, there isn't a lot of activity in that. But the good stuff that's priced appropriately and shows well.
Okay. Well, so I'll talk about condos a little bit and what's going on in condos from May. So some of the stats are pretty, we're breaking some records, and unfortunately in the wrong direction. And so, as a quick note, we ended the month with 2,185 properties for sale. And the positive there is that it was down, just under 13% from last year, where there was 2,500 for sale. So there's a little bit less available than this time last year. But unfortunately, with the amount of actual sales, only 8.24%. So 8.25% of all that's listed is selling each month. So so that chance of selling is quite low right now for the condo market. Because last month, only 180 condos sold in Edmonton. So we're just talking just specifically Edmonton, not area as well, but just specifically in Edmonton. So the amount of sales is down 54% from this time last year. But it's up from April as well. So I think April was the big pause of 2020, I think, right? Like it was pretty dead and people were unsure what's going on. We're up 36% activity-wise compared to April, which is great to see. That momentum that you were talking about is building up, which is great. One of those records in the last 10 years, we're at the lowest average sale price at 209, basically, for the condos. And I did a quick calculation. So the average sales to asking price was at 95% of asking price was negotiated. And that's on just the properties that actually sold. So what I take from that is that if you're within 5% of the asking price, you've got a realistic shot at it. I mean, if you're coming in at 20 or 25% below asking price, you're probably hard pressed to get that to go anywhere, right? But realistically, within 5%, you've got an opportunity and a chance to make that happen with the right buyer or the right seller. Sorry. I did make a couple notables. So on the low end last month, there were 3 in the 40s, but we had one in Beacon Heights that sold for $42,000.
Okay.
And then on the high end, there was a bungalow style condo at 1.25 in McGrath Heights. So yeah, no, there's still some big money buyers out there. And you had mentioned the multiple offers. I know we were involved as brokers for the office in 10 multiple offers over this last weekend. And wow. So that's just the ones we know about just over the weekend. Wow. So I think, like you said, right properties, right area where there's value, there's multiple interest. And so that's where you have to, like, hey, are we looking for the low ball deal or do we want to get the property, right? Mm-hmm. And sometimes asking price or above asking price is not unreasonable, right? So I think just being aware of that. Another fun note and something I'd like to highlight is 12.44% of all deals written in May were with RE/MAX River City agent.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so really well-involved group, very active group of agents, and I know, Allison, you've been running like a chicken with your head cut off, right? So, hey, safety first, but we're here to serve and help people, right? So we always say that real estate is neighborhood specific. And so, like always, if you're ever curious on what's actually going on in your neighborhood with your home or an area that you're focused on, we're happy to have a conversation about that.
Absolutely.
Great.
I do want to add, because I did do some research on the highest. So there was a sale in Cameron Heights,
okay.
The highest roller, as we call it,
yeah.
1.925 mil.
Nice.
Yeah, it was beautiful, as it should be. And you could get into single family for 125 in Alberta Ave. There was a sale.
Super. That's great. Yeah. Let's get you buying a place, right? Awesome. Well, that's it for your May update. I hope that that helps you. And like we said, we're available to help anytime if you need.
Absolutely.
Okay. All the best.